Gavin's got a new pitch. I'm dumb.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. You know, I'm a 960 SAT guy. And, you know, and I'm not trying to offend anyone, you know, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy.
Just as stupid as you are. Kind of funny way to run for president. Personally, I want a president with good test scores, but that's just me. Remember, Biden was last in his class, and we remember what happened. Then knee pads told the crowd he couldn't read.
You've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. Maybe the wrong business to be in.
Can't read? Well, then what is he doing here? Gavin says he has dyslexia, so a reporter asked if he was ever diagnosed, and Gavin's team told her to F off. So according to Gavin, he has a learning disability, bombed his SATs, and struggles to read. That's obviously a pretty big obstacle he's overcome, and, you know, because now he's governor of California, and we respect that, but he's also a terrible governor. And he also wants you to know, besides dyslexia, he overcame poverty.
My mom was always working, so, you know, I'm cooking, literally lived on Stouffer's lasagna, macaroni and cheese. I got finished, you know, 2 pots of macaroni and cheese and got bored.
Black Americans didn't really love what Gavin was saying down in Atlanta. There were a lot of whites in the crowd, but the man's been pandering hard. This was the second stop on his little book tour, and let's just say it's not off to a great start. Kind of like AOC's European tour. She's still crashing out after freezing up like Joe.
If you think that I don't understand foreign policy because out of hours of discourse about international affairs, I pause to think about one of the most sensitive geopolitical issues that currently exist on Earth, I'm afraid the issue's not my understanding, but rather the problem is perhaps you've gotten adjusted to a president that never thinks before he speaks.
Who's that snoring in the background? Was it her fiance? Her dog? We don't know. But every ambitious politician has had to answer the Taiwan question. And she was the only one who choked. You know who's getting in the way of Greasy's ambitions? His own kids.
My son, Romy, it was very powerful, texted me a few months ago when there was some headline that suggested that I had made some decision. And he goes, Dad, are you running president? I said, no, we'll do the decision as a family. He goes, you can't. And I said, why? He goes, I'm too young. You need to spend more time with us. I mean, how do you deal with that one? I screenshot it. I still have my phone. I'd show you.
Gavin's in the doghouse with his own kids. Is this the same son who loved Charlie Kirk? Maybe the kid's trying to save the country. He sees what his dad did to the state. Everyone sees it, even CNN.
We dominate now in every key industry, from AI, quantum, robotics. We dominate in ag. We dominate forestry.
But people are struggling to afford things like your mom was.
Newsom's not dumb. He just doesn't know how to connect with the average Joe. So he just crosses his legs while pretending to cross the aisle.
There's no doubt that the Democratic Party needs to be, dare I say, more culturally normal. I believe that. Less prone to spending disproportionate amount of time on pronouns, identity, politics.
This is the guy who calls his wife the first partner, who says Latinx, who branded himself the most pro-trans governor in the United States. His team thinks it'll fire up the base, but Gavin knows better than to play with fire, and judging by this crowd, there's no spark anyway.
With our On the Road series. So, as Jay already told you guys.
First, Tom, did you do any shoveling today, or did you let the help do that?
I did not do any shoveling. I barely got out, Greg. I was buried. I took my snowshoes about 2 blocks away because we weren't plowed yet, but Manhattan is doing a little bit better. But it's great to be here, Greg, and you took me down memory lane with that monologue. 1984 Nissan Stanza.
Yes.
I had an 83 Sentra.
Nice. You seem like you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means, but I like it. It's amazing. This is a perfect encapsulation of government compassion is not compassionate. He, in the name of compassion, he said he wasn't going to clean out the homeless encampments. They died. They froze to death. Then with this, he's got a sanctuary city. So illegal aliens are here. He won't deport them. But then, you know, someone like me, like I want a strong border. But if it's a snowstorm and an emergency, I'll be like, I'll give an illegal alien $50. Hey, do some work, right? Because I would have like human compassion. But government compassion gets it all backwards. You can't leave our city. They're like prisoners here. And then he goes to hire them and he's like 5 forms of ID. With the passport photo, I can't even get those stupid passport photos. I mean, you know, when you get every 10 years, you got to get your, you know, your.
Oh God, your decline must be marked.
I mean,
like significantly. I mean, you just age. It must just hurt you every time, right?
I know. But then I got to go to Staples, and then you know I'm so pissed off. I got to pose for a photo, and they're like, "Smile." I'm like, "I'm not smiling. Take the damn photo." But it's unbelievable what they go through. And I heard on the radio this morning nobody was showing up.
Yeah, that's why they had to like add another $10 or $11 to this, Deborah. You know, Tom makes a great point. Is that we want them here, and then we actually need them, but we can't use them. Isn't that crazy?
Well, I was out the entire blizzard. I don't think anybody in New York has 2 forms of ID, myself included, because I didn't see any shovelers at all. But Mamdani a few days ago just said that we were broke as a city. He said that we have a huge budget deficit. He cut $30 million from the New York Public Library. He drained the retirement funds, and now he's just handing out cash. That's very textbook socialist, spending other people's money. But $30 an hour for people to shovel, it's still not enough for them. And
that's a good sum of money. That's better than babysitting. Not that I babysit, I'm not allowed to, but still, $30 an hour, Joey. That's more than you were getting paid in the military, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I think it was cents an hour. I don't know. They didn't pay us a whole lot. We got paid in pride and patriotism.
Yes, yeah, it wasn't for the money.
No, but the money sure helped. You know, you want to get drunk and go find your girlfriend at the strip club. I don't know what to make of this. I mean, these are the same folks that told us, like, who's going to watch your babies?
Yeah.
And who's going to pick your apples? And who's going to do your lawn? It's like they're qualified for all those things, but we need a little bit more vetting before they start shoveling our snow, which is what it was. If you were here a couple of weeks ago, it was a nice hard-packed layer of ice with all kind of dog over top of it.
Yes.
And so my only thought is there must be some, you know, when you go to the library and you have to give them your ID to check out a book. I don't know this, but I've been told this.
Yes.
Not much on reading books, as you can tell by the accent. Maybe it's like they want to make sure you bring the shovel back.
I was thinking that was the case too.
Is there an epidemic of people running off with a shovel? I mean, those things are, you know, they're great tools, they're great weapons. You can lean on them like people that work for the road department do. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It might be a theft thing, but they also probably have to be paid through some kind of thing, but they could just do it like everybody else does. You know, Kat, he brought up a good point, Joey, that like it's like in New York, it's not just snow, it's like Satan's chocolate sundae. It's like you have the ice at the bottom, and then you have all the black stuff on top, and then it kind of mixes, and then it melts, and then it's every. By the way, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
What a day to be back.
Yes.
Like an apocalyptic snowstorm. Yeah, and it is weird. I kept okay, I think so. I have multiple forms of ID, but like the little tiny pictures thing, like imagine if, is there anyone like whose hobby is just printing out little tiny pictures of themselves who's at home like, this is my time to shine?
Do you think it's got to be for a
for a passport,
for a laminated? This is how crazy bureaucracy is. You don't need a laminate. Give them the shovel in a T-shirt.
Yeah, but it's like that's more than at the airport. Like you can get back into that's more. It just makes absolutely no sense at all. And what makes less sense is there needed to have been someone in these meetings before they went public with this, being like, hey, unless there's some guy out there whose hobby is to print teeny tiny pictures of himself, there's probably not going to be anybody who's going to be able to sign up for this.
Yes.
But that's so much of government bureaucracy is like that, where they don't think about it in practice. It's people who just sit around and they make these regulations and they don't have enough. It's not about being pragmatic, about who is actually got all these photos, all this stuff, and is going to go out in a snowstorm and be like, okay, I'm going to do this for this month.
I'm going to go to the store, get them done. You know what you're talking?
Why would not just a passport be enough?
But you know what you're talking about? You know what you're talking about? The fact that Mamdani never had a job meant that all he did was run errands. And he doesn't realize that, like, we actually have jobs and do stuff. We can't run it. He's like, oh, just go out and get some pictures. It's like, no, we actually have to get up at 7. We do this stuff. But it's like, if you've been a bureaucrat all your life, all you can do is run errands. But that's what your life is.
So much of our government's like that.
Yeah.
Either they've never had a job or they haven't had a job in so long.
They forget.
They stay and they stay and they stay.
Yes. Well, we've done enough here.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.